Let's take a look at where we ended up for the day. So despite the morning move of, up 180 BPS, we managed to drop intraday 250. Still a lot of vol, still very, very wide-ranging intraday moves. This puts us close to kind of our statistical end-of-week price, which is around 51.86, and has narrowed the gap between us and the JPM long puts and delta neutral. Despite still closing above them, we may pull into that range during the overnight session. So I would say probably expect a downside continuation here to around 5200 ES from where we ended the day. Either that or, we might try to stabilize around 5200. But I think we're more likely to get pulled down overnight given the market maker positioning. Commodities bounced up a little bit today, but not much. Gold and precious metals declining alongside copper, wheat, and oil up. Agricultural gains and energy gains and precious metals are falling a little bit, and that's largely due to the rising dollar. I don't know how much longer the dollar is going to rise for, but at least for now, it's holding fairly steady at 103. We are getting yields moving up, and we got a pretty big tail on the 10-year. Correlation chopping, but moving steadily higher as dispersion breaks down, and it has a difficult time finding a foothold in equities that are largely in short vol environments. It's quite hard to go long those equities, right? The carry trade levered up overall today from last night's BOJ announcement. We still moved from 6.9 to 7.11. And the forward yield on volatility is problematic for continuing to lever up the market. But we are moving into the pre-SLD period where we might expect a stronger push to pump all of this shit, especially if they can get like a strong bounce off of delta neutral, or we get a lot of put profit taking around that point. Bond volatility was down yesterday. Correlation on the 3-month falling, but up into the back half of today. Tail risk hedging was pulling back yesterday. I'm sure that's going to revert and pull back for today. And 37.77% of the S&P above its 20-day moving average. Correlation between VIX and the VIX contract in front still at about 96%, which is roughly where we ended the day yesterday. What was interesting is that we didn't see a lot of vol shorting today at all. We didn't see the correlation or the spread between VX and VIX cash move apart really at all. Almost nothing thrown into short vol. Now this may be because of the jobs report tomorrow morning, and that does present the opportunity to move the markets a little bit. However, if the job report is seen as weak, that's going to be seen as further indication of recession, and we're ending the day right now with the 10 and 2-year almost in lockstep, right? So 3.987 on the 2-year, 10 years at 3.953. And so, if the jobs data, shows that, there are more jobless claims than expected, we might get another little brief uninversion, and that could send equities plummeting pretty rapidly. So keep an eye out for that. That'll happen. I believe we get that data coming in the pre-market, by 8:30, and then we get wholesale inventories after market open, which are expected to decline. I would say that the outcome of that's probably not very important. But if they went up a bunch, that might be another little recession indicator. Everyone's going to be looking for any hint of a recession, right? Especially as the yield curve starts to uninvert and the chances of a recession being realized go up dramatically. You did a 50 wide butterfly at 52.25. I thought it was a condor. No, we did butterfly. Butterfly's better on the 0 DTE anyway. Yeah, I think that's about it. We don't really have any international data overnight, I don't think. Or at least nothing major. We do have the BOJ summary of opinions Although now that they've kind of retreated their rate increase, I'm not sure how impactful that summary of opinions is going to be. Like, it might just get ignored. But there is a 30-year JGB auction, which may actually have some structural impact. And then I think that's it for the overnight. Nothing really out of Europe, Great Britain, Germany tomorrow. So we'll see how the data goes in the morning, and I will update Pickles Picks tonight with whatever data we have by then. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Later, guys.